Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to ko.rc. The other day I was going through my Tamiya radio control guidebooks just to take a bit of a trip down memory lane to see what cars I've collected over the years and what cars I still need to collect. These guidebooks are really great. They list all of the Tamiya chassis through the years. And in the back of the guidebooks as well, it's got these huge parts listings which has all of the cross-reference for all of the hop-ups and all the spare parts. As you can see here, it's very well laid out. This makes it a lot easier to track down those hard to find bits for your restorations on eBay if you've got these books, because it has all of the part numbers. So as I was going through the guidebook, the nitro section, and you can see here starting with the TG10 Mark 1, there's the calsonic body that I have. I've got a few videos on that one. There's the Subaru Impreza WRC 99. Got a video on that one as well. You can check out build pictures of this Mark 1 chassis long suspension version with the FS15 SW engine. There's my Mercedes-Benz CLK DTM 2000 as well. And my AMG Mercedes, my Beams Integra. Here is the TG10R. One of my personal favourites. Here we have the TGR. I always wanted one of these back in the day. But they were even pretty rare when they came out in 2001, 2002. And they cost quite a bit of money back in the day. This one here features the FS15RB engine with a TM6 muffler. And it's a pretty cool bit of gear, that car. And there's the WRC 99 TGX Mark 1 as well. Wonder if I'll be lucky to get myself one of these days. Alright, enough mucking around. Let's have a quick look at the Tamiya TGR, the latest addition to my collection. So I'll give you guys just a quick overview of the TGR chassis. So starting up the front there, you can see that it's got the urethane bumper. It has the black aluminium low friction dampers. This one's got a ball differential in the front. It also has a set of universal shafts, which I think was an option. It also comes with turnbuckles on the front there as well. I do have an aluminium steering set, which will be going onto this car very soon. We've got the TGR Tamiya TM6 manifold and pipe, which is quite rare. The FS15RB engine has this very unique low slung cooling head, which allows the nice low bodies to be mounted to the chassis. It's a bump start engine, which means you need the starter box to drive the flywheel to start it. It has the slide valve carburetor on it, which is has a two needle system. It's got the high speed and the low speed needle. It's got a unique air filter pod on here as well. It's got the TGR flywheel and the 2-speed transmission, and I think that's running the 1721 tooth pinion. And then it's got the high grade brake in there as well. Moving on to the rear, it has the aluminium low friction dampers there on the rear as well. Stabilizer works. You can see that it has a ball and cup system that works in the middle, as opposed to your normal stabilizer bar that runs across both control arms. So moving on to the brake, it's running the TG10 TGX aluminium brake, which just gives it a little bit more rigidity. This has been fitted with the Futaba R2004GF receiver, and it's just got a NIM receiver pack on there. It has Futaba S3003 servos, which were pretty standard. They still are pretty standard servo. Not the quickest, not the fastest, not the most powerful, but it's a servo nonetheless. And then the very near future, these will be upgraded with most likely a set of the low profile Oz RC 10 kilo servos that are in my TRF chassis kit. And as you can see there, it's got a set of the original wheels and tyres on there, which are once again not the best, but they'll get the job done for a couple of test runs. Having a look underneath the chassis, you can see here that it's got plenty of scrapes and bumps and scratches on it, which indicates that it's definitely been very well used. You can even see here on the base, the engine mount screws must have been stripped out at some time, and somebody has got on there with a Dremel to remove the old screws so they could replace them with new ones. The 2-speed spur gears are in pretty good shape, as you can see there. So overall, this car is in pretty good shape for its age, and I don't think I'm going to be too worried about taking it out for a run, considering that it's been very well used in the past. So one of the other things that I've done is I've got online and printed out a copy of the TGR manual. And as you can see here, it's quite comprehensive. Tamiya manuals are really well laid out. They're really easy to follow. It's what I started with when I was a kid, so I've been used to it for quite some time now. And you might see from some of these pictures that the car is actually very similar to the TG10R, which I've spent a bit of time with over the last couple of years, so I'm quite familiar with how they go together and how they operate. The difference is this one's a bit bigger. So if you have got yourself an older Tamiya nitro car, or any Tamiya radio control car for that matter, it's always a good idea to get a copy of the manual, because in the back here it lists all of the parts that are for your vehicle. It lists all of the plastic parts, all the parts trees, and then it moves on to the metal parts bags and the screw bags. So if you ever need to track down a part, all of the pieces are there, and they've got their own little part number underneath them as well, and that makes it a bit easier. The first thing we're going to do with this car is I'm just going to do a quick tear down and tidy up, just to make sure that everything's running smoothly on it. I just want to make sure that the differentials are nice and smooth, the transmission is nice and smooth. I'm also going to remove the engine, and I'm just going to do a quick tidy up on that. Just have a quick look inside and make sure that it's going to go all right when I finally decide to fire it up, which I'm definitely going to fire this one up. So once it has been all sorted and tested, I'm going to take it up to the track for a run, where it'll get a fairly decent shakedown to see how it goes. And then from there, I will bring it back to the workshop. I've got a few things that will be going onto it. I've got aluminium steering set from a TB chassis that I've got in my parts stash. So that'll be the first upgrade that is happening. The second thing I'll do is I'll remove this manifold. It's supposed to be black, as you would have seen in the pictures. So I'll send that off to the powder coaters and get that done in black. And I think from there I might just replace a few of the plastics on it, just to try and freshen it up. And then I'll source a body. But you'll definitely be seeing a lot more of this car on this channel over the coming weeks and months. So hopefully in the next video I will have the car tidied up a little bit. I will have checked inside the engine to make sure that it's going to fire up okay. And the next little video that will come out will just be a basic bench test to make sure that the car's running all good before I take it up to the track. So if you guys have got any experience in mucking around with these cars, or setting them up, or tuning them, I'd really love to hear from you guys in the comments below. I can imagine that this car is quite racy when it's on the track, and I'm going to have to make sure that my driving skills are up to scratch before I start driving this one too hard. So as always, if you've got any feedback, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you're liking or disliking the content that I'm putting out at the moment, make sure that you let me know in the comments as well. You can check out ko.rc on Instagram. There will definitely be a lot of pictures of this car. It'll be featuring quite heavily on that Instagram feed. I just want to thank the guys that regularly check in to my channel and watch my videos. The guys that leave the comments on the tips and tricks on setting these cars up. I really do appreciate it, and I love hearing from you guys. So just keep those coming in the comments below. Make sure that you check out my other RC related videos. I've also got some clips on there of the Tamiya TGX, the TG10, the TG10R. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.